Repeat the question, please.
So the question, because I don't know if I particularly have a question, but what I will do is I'm gonna give you a specific question because you have an insight that I'm sure people would appreciate, right? And a perspective. And I say this, you'll all learn why as I interview the general a little bit further. The question really is, what do you make of everyone's preoccupation, and I can't say everyone, but certain TV or celebrity personalities, their preoccupation with Kamala Harris's nationality?
First and foremost, let me say that anytime that I express, because of this duopoly that exists in American politics, the moment you say something about a Democrat, folks accuse you of being a Republican, or anytime you say something about a Republican, somebody accuses you of being a Democrat. I am neither. And let me say, for those who harbor those feelings and loyalty and undying loyalty to both of those parties, they're both plantations. It's the Republican plantation and the Democratic plantation. So my comments about candidate Kamala Harris have nothing to do with me secretly supporting the Republicans or Donald Trump, regardless of how insane the things that he has said and done as it relates to black people. Now, to answer that question clearly or carefully, the preconceived or the predilection folks have, or the preoccupation folks have with Kamala Harris, it's very disgraceful what the Democrats are doing right now. And if I could say, at least we did our part in stopping them from picking, as their running mate, Josh Shapiro. But they had every intentions of doing so, in spite of the fact that they've been running around talking about folks in the Republican Party or the Republican candidate being anti-democratic. Right now, a lot of the minions and sycophants of the Democratic Party are just basically lying to the American people. Point one, this right now, one of the issues, and to me, it's just an example of how far they go to try to force you to accept the Democratic Party or the Democratic candidate without any critical analysis, without any thinking. They just want you to go along like blind sheep, as they've done every year, year in, year out. Republicans do the same thing, so don't get that twisted. But in this case, we're talking about the Democrats. And them trying to force you right now to accept many things from her, right now, the biggest thing they're trying to get you to accept, or the thing that gets the most publicity, is whether or not she's black. Well, according to her, she's not black. There's well-documented footage of people describing her as the first Indian American to be district attorney of, I think it was Oakland or San Francisco, I forget which one it was. And she didn't say anything. She didn't correct him, say, hold up, I'm a sister, I'm a black woman. No. When she became the Attorney General of the state of California, they said, what does it feel like to be the first Indian American, Indian American to be the Attorney General of California? She didn't correct him and say, I'm not Indian American, I'm black, or I'm Indian American and I'm black. She let him say it. And that was the narrative all the time throughout her political career. And then when she became a United States Senator, there's footage out there that they said to her directly, what does it feel like to become the first American Indian senator, United States Senator from California? And her answer was, and I quote, knock on wood. That's her answer. Knock on wood, because you were the first Indian American to become a U.S. Senator out of the state of California. She didn't say, yo, I ain't no Indian American. I'm a black woman. Or I'm an Indian American and I'm a black woman. I'm not denying my black parentage or heritage. She didn't do that. And now
she did get a lot of potato salad and fried chicken when she came to Philadelphia, though.
Again, that show. Let me tell you about that. That shows you the disrespect they have for African people in this country, where they can give her potato salad and chicken, and they might as well just throw some watermelon in there too for good measures. And just black people like sheep are just going to follow along. Now, many people who toe the Democratic line going to fall in line, but people who are critical and think, and there's many of our people, you just don't get to hear their voices. They're talking on the streets, and they're talking in barbershops, they're talking in supermarkets, they're talking everywhere, and they ain't feeling her simply because they see her as a fraud. Well, certified $3 bill.
Tell the people what a prosecutor. Tell the people what a prosecutor is. What is a prosecutor?
A prosecutor is someone who represents the particular municipality or jurisdiction. On the federal level, it's a jurisdiction. On all levels, actually, a jurisdiction. But on the federal level, the top dog is the Attorney General of the United States, and they have, I think, 11 districts where there's a U.S. attorney for each of those districts, and then there's an assistant district attorney under them, and maybe about 50 lawyers under each one of them. And their job is to represent, on the federal level, the federal government in the prosecution of crimes. On the state level, the state attorney general is to represent the state in the prosecution of crimes against the state, the particular state you're in. Since we're in Pennsylvania, we're going to talk about Pennsylvania. And then on the local level, the city level, the county level, the prosecutor, who is referred to as the district attorney, prosecutes crime in that county. And that has been her hallmark.
Her position.
And
her career job is a prosecutor. So
precisely.
I just wanted y'all to know exactly what that is. So we're still in tune to WJYN 98.5 Uptown Radio Philly. This your girl Poetica Bay. I got two wonderful in studio guests with me this Sunday. We're just talking. We just kicking back, communicating. I wanted to say, stay light. Keep it light, you guys. When it comes to politics, keep it light. Your neighbors next door to you will be your neighbors next door to you before and after the election. Keep love on board. Love is our religion. And we also like to make fun of things. We like to laugh a bit. We love humor. So we want to share something that we found from Trump. I don't know if he went into the studio and made this one last night. You think he went into the studio and dropped these verses? Did he drop these bars fresh, you think? What you think, Chris? We got something for y'all from Trump. He not clear. Oh, a little bit. What about the first line, 2 lines? All right. Oh, the first one. Okay. All right. So. All right. Well, we gonna play that. We're gonna play that on the back end. That Trump had came out with a song called "Many Men" off the 50 Cent track, and we were gonna play a bit of it. But this is community radio. We represent WJYN, the Uptown Development Corporation. Therefore, we cannot play anything that has any curse words in it. So we'll let you know. Just Google it and talk all about it. We're back to our just a little something. So we're back to our Bob Marley, Catch a Fire. We're here at 98.5 FM radio, Uptown Radio, to be specific, Black Lily, Back Alley. Keep listening.